We got more clips from OTAs, and today we're going to be taking a look at the New York Giants and getting another look at Malik Nabers. We're going to watch him catch some balls, work through some drills. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going hard in the paint, looking at these rookies every single day from rookie camp to OTAs, soon minicamp in June, then training camp in July, on top of your favorite veterans, guys on new teams, guys coming back from injuries. You need to click that button so you can see what your favorite players are doing at practice behind the scenes. Today we're looking at Malik Nabers. I got 40 seconds of clips. I got some from yesterday and some from some other OTAs as well. But here we go. Him bringing in a catch, getting upfield. There he is in the number 9. And then there's him, Hyatt, and Steve Smith. Steve Smith giving him some coaching. Here's one from previous. So what the Giants like to do at OTAs is give you a little bit each week of their rookies. That's what they like to do at OTAs, just give you a little bit. So I just threw in the rest of the OTAs in it. Like every single practice or every couple days, you get one quick little snapshot of Malik Nabers just to keep you interested in them, just to keep you from coming back. Really, though, media members are probably not there to film too much. They're there to get what they can get, and they got Malik Nabers here catching that ball yesterday. They were all over him talking with Steve Smith, him and Jalen Hyatt. And then this one was from previous. We already covered this one, but he's got good hands. He's very smooth, though. You can definitely see that right there. Snatching the ball. One thing you can say about that clip, and a clip's worth a million words if you really look at it, even that one, you saw him be very aggressive with the ball coming to him, with that my ball mentality, being very sudden. He is a very sudden wide receiver when it comes to getting in and out of his breaks. Very sudden downfield. Has very good ball skills. Hands are very sticky. That's one thing you can see in these clips, but you have to really have the fine jeweler's glass on when you see that, because it's pitch and catch. Getting some work with Steve Smith is cool. You're probably going to learn some nuances there. Them hands are nasty. His release package is good. He's good downfield. He can break off routes anywhere on the field. He's got a good route tree. I have him as a generational talent. He's a top-tier wide receiver in this class between him and Marvin Harrison Jr., and it was split with me. Some people had Marvin Harrison Jr. deadlocked, Malik Nabers deadlocked. Some people had Rome Odunze as the wide receiver 1. But honestly, I would not be surprised if he becomes one of the top wide receivers in the league. I would not be surprised, and that happens by the end of his rookie season. I would not be surprised if he's so good, he makes the Giants good. He's so good, he makes Danny Dimes good. If Danny Dimes don't hit with Malik Nabers, Danny Dimes needs to go. He needs to go. Because Malik Nabers is a wide receiver prospect you only get once every few years. That's what Malik Nabers is. He's that prospect where his floor, his downside, every player's floor is 0, but his actual floor, if he's seeing snaps, targets, playing time, is still very productive. Still a wide receiver that you want on every football team. His upside, best wide receiver in the league. Up there with Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson upside, up there, maybe even more, but it's there. It's there. That's the upside. Upside over the long term of his career, Hall of Fame wide receiver. That's the complete upside. Floor is always 0 with everybody, but with the floor with getting snaps and targets, a productive wide receiver. If you're talking about fantasy football in those realms, high-end wide receiver too. That's probably the floor, especially once he's established. That's probably the floor. If you're not counting the 0 part, because that could be with any player. Injuries, bad offense, this, that. Getting all the dumb stuff, but actual floor, getting reps, high-end wide receiver too, upside gold jacket. I see him being a top-tier asset in the league. I look for him to be productive. I look for him to be productive very easily in the league. I see that happening very easily. Him being considered one of the top young wide receiver prospects off the rip in the league compared to not just his draft class, compared to the other draft classes as well. I don't expect him to put up Puka Nacua numbers. Don't get that twisted, because those are like once-in-a-lifetime numbers from a rookie. I look for him to turn it on somewhere during the season, though. I look for him to have some splashes, and we go into year 2, and it's lights out. Everybody knows it. We're waiting for it to happen. And if Danny Dimes can't connect with him, because this is the best wide receiver he's ever played with, then he's got to go. They got to make a change instantly. This is the proving ground. This is the test. When you look at the Giants wide receiver depth chart, they're built now. Wan'Dale Robinson is a very good wide receiver. He's not a wide receiver one like Malik Nabers, but he's good in the slot. You can put him on the outside a little bit. He's had some injuries throughout his career, but he can get downfield. He can break off routes. He's very sudden. Jalen Hyatt, field stretcher with ball skills. Him on the opposite side of Nabers, that could be a nasty combination. And we don't have much to work off of from his rookie season, but he was commanding a lot of air yards, a lot of deep targets. But when you look at his game, against that Alabama game, first off, him just breaking it off, going off, he's just one of those players that can be very dynamic. And if you got a Malik Nabers on the other side, you can just allow him to play his game, just stretch the field, use his ball skills, and that can allow Malik Nabers to do his game easier. You got your slot, you got your young slot, you got your young deep threat, and you got your young Haas. That's what the Giants got. They got to put it together. There's other positions of need, of course, but looking at the micro here, the wide receiver depth chart, you got it. Danny Dimes needs to get it in gear here. He needs to funnel the football out and get it to his Haas's here because we got some upside. Malik Nabers, generational talent. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.